Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, time again for another pick stream. That's right, the old classic pick stream for a UFC card that everyone just loves so much. My least watched content that I make. You know we had to do it. It's a big card, 323. Good to see Mr. C, Mr. Kenny, Bigums. How are you guys doing today? For our first match, we've got quite a doozy. It's Muhammad Naimov versus Myron Santos. If you don't remember, Myron Santos was the guy who won the Tough finale against Ofley. Yeah, he knocked him out. He knocked the dude out cold. It was pretty sick knockout. Since then, he's beat Francis Fireman Marshall and Sodiq Yusuf, who was pretty washed. But yeah, he got the Hillman Muhammad Naimov as his opponent. Dude's been looking really good in the UFC. He did take a loss to Felipe Lima. Remember Felipe Lima came in super hot, beat the dog shit out of Muhammad Naimov and subbed him, and then he lost to Peyton Talbot. Since then, he beat Con Ofley and Bogdan Grad in a pretty good fight. We know that the Hillman has got okay striking, and he's got really good. He's really good on the ground. So this is a tough one, man. I mean, you've got Muhammad Naimov coming in at 13-3. He's won 4 of his last 5. Plus 205 is the underdog from Tajikistan, training in Colorado. He's 31 years old, 5'9", and a 70-inch reach. Elevation Fight Team, I believe that's. I believe he's training with the Raw Dog, Royval. On the other side, Myron Santos, 16-1, on a 4-fight win streak, minus 250 as the favorite. He's 25, 5'7", 72-inch reach. So yeah, this is an interesting one. I mean, the thing with Myron Santos, he obviously came in with a lot of steam coming off that Con Ofley KO, but going to split decision with Francis Marshall, who's a good fighter. I actually don't mind Francis Marshall, but definitely not. If you're having a tough time with Francis Marshall, I mean, that's not a good look. And then went to decision with Sodiq Yusuf, a fight in which he largely, dominated. But I'm gonna go Naimov here. I think that losing to Felipe Lima on short notice, I don't hold that one against him. He knocked out Eric Silva, who sucks, and then he got that decision win over Nathaniel Wood. And if you know anything about Nathaniel Wood, it's close. So, I mean, I think he's got a lot more high level experience. Can always fall back on his wrestling. I'm gonna go Naimov by decision. I'm pretty confident in that as well. Good to see. Wait, let me see. I saw Hank's channel today, and it was unbearable that first 10 seconds of the video tagged on his page. Interesting. Is this a 45 or 55 bout? That is a great question, Mr. C. The fight. Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? It says featherweight. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, Myron Santos, mostly a lightweight. I guess he's dropping down to featherweight for the first time. We'll see if he has some more power. See how that translates. Interesting that he didn't. Was Sodiq Yusuf at 45, or did Sodiq go up? Interesting. That's actually a good point. Myron Santos normally a lightweight, dropping down to featherweight. Who is gonna fill their shoes? Yo, what is up, Denial? Good to see you. What are you talking about? What you talking about? Yo, what is up, Sean? I saw that you commented on my Takeru video. I've been really trying to get my sound right. People were complaining about my last video being like my voice is too quiet. So just interested to hear, like you said, W sound. Like, was it too loud, or let me know. Good to see you though, man. It's been a little bit. The race is on. What is he talking about? Underdog pick. Wow. Yes. Good to see Loner. Naimov lost to a bantamweight. Santos beat a lightweight. Okay, I guess I can see your logic. You know what? I think that Felipe Lima just kind of surprised him. So, George Jones reference, and here comes the heartache. I had choices. This dude's making fun of me for my fucking music tastes. Good to see you, though, man. All right, now we've got Mansour Abdul Malik versus Antonio Tricoli at middleweight. Let's see. What's up with Tricoli, man? I mean, yeah. This dude, who was this? Submission overturned? And then he went to some other league and then got messed up by Shara and then subbed by Trayshawn Gore. Oh my goodness. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time breaking this one down. Tricoli's not good. He's a big, strong looking dude, but clearly they're feeding him to people to feed their highlight reels. Mansour Abdul Malik, this guy looks extremely dangerous. What was this? Wait, he had a draw? Wait a second. A majority draw? Wait, am I high? Is this actually happened? Why am I forgetting? Do you guys remember that? Mansour Abdul Malik going to draw with Bumridge? Am I fucking tripping? I totally forgot about that. Hold on, I gotta look this up now. It was overturned. What the hell? Wow, 25 significant strikes. Why was it overturned? What the fuck? Wait a second. Oh, a technical decision following a head clash. Okay. But either way, Mansour not being able to knock out Cody Brundage is not a good look. Dude's pretty young. Man, that's crazy. Are you serious? Wow. How did I forget all about that? That's bad. That's bad. I mean, we'll see. I think I still have a lot of confidence in Mansour Abdul Malik. All my homies are going Malik by KO. And I'm going first round for this one, baby. Myron beat Saeed Nurmagomedov. Did he really? One of the regional or something? Not in the UFC. That's a good win. Some fan you are, yeah. Well, you caught me off guard. Rip Tricoli. The first song I ever learned the lyrics to was the Corvette song by George Jones. Hotter than a $2 pistol. I have every Brundage fight committed to memory moment by moment. I can't remember fights 2 months old. Me? You talking shit, Loner? Was it 2 months? It was 5 months ago. And I watched, go through my channel. You see how many damn fights I cover? Come on. Yeah, I don't remember that fight. That's like a blank spot in my memory, my soft brain. Yeah, I'm giving Mansour the benefit of the doubt. That's not a good look, though. We'll see. We'll see if Tricoli is the guy to expose him. I don't think he is. I think he's getting slept. Got subbed by Trayshawn Gore and knocked out by Shara. Dude's clearly not very high level. Speaking of another guy, yo, thank you so much, Nostog, with the two quid. That's big money around here. Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, you okay? Got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Hope you're well, my friend. We're gonna get through the show. It's fucking UFC pick show. God. Ibo Aslan versus Iwo Barani out. Ibo versus Iwo. Wow. What a fight. I believe this guy. Oh, he was he fought in Babylon. Okay. Babylon is like a lower level Polish league. Dude was knocking everybody out. Now, there is a case to be made about the Poles when they come to the UFC that they're not juicing as hard. I still think that they're pretty good. I mean, just look at Jan Blachowicz, right? But not everyone's gonna be, super, super good. It seems like they lose a little bit of steam when they come into UFC. But I have heard good things about this dude, and he did just get a KO on the last Contender Series. But to me, that doesn't always tell the whole story. Just because you're getting a quick finish on a show you're supposed to get a finish on, or else you don't get a contract, doesn't always tell me that they're just like a finishing machine. And then on the other side, Ibo Aslan, dude had a lot of steam, knocked out. Remember Anton Turcal, the Pleasure Man? He knocked him out. Thank God. He knocked out Cerquera, who's not very good. And then he lost to Ion Kutalaba, and then he had a really tough fight with Billy Elikana. To me, I mean, obviously that's all the reason you need to fade him at this point. I don't think Ibo Aslan is like necessarily terrible, but I don't think he's very good. I think that Billy Elikana kind of came in and surprised us with how good he actually is. Man, I don't even know what to go with in this one. Obviously, this dude's on Iwo is on a huge knockout streak, and that's a good sign. But also tells me he hasn't met much resistance in his career. Again, I don't know anything about this guy. I've never watched him fight. Besides that one time on the Contender Series where he got a quick knockout. I don't have a lot of hope in Ebo Aslan, but I don't know. This is tough, man. I feel like the hard part about Ebo too is I feel like he's the kind of guy that if he can't get a quick finish, something. He just kind of, I don't know. It just seems like he's like, all right, fuck it. And then obviously Ion Kutalaba is the kind of guy to do that to a prospect, right? Kind of expose them and show them what's up in the fight game. It's kind of what he's there for. I think I'm just throwing a dart at the board here, and I'm gonna pick Aslan. I'll probably pick him by KO. We'll go second. But hey, this guy Iwo looks like like he's a real. Well, we'll see if he's the real deal, right? Ain't Peter Yan Polish? He is a Russian, my friend. Money goes on Ivo Aslan at that price. Yeah, what is his yeah, good point. I didn't even read off their stats. Yeah, plus 170. Yeah, this dude is a big favorite for making his debut in the promotion, isn't he? Tricoli was that guy of some WMMA fight. I can't remember. Dude, yeah, his nickname was the Pleasure Man. Oh my god. Ibo versus Elicano was the worst fight this year. Was it really? Maybe I didn't watch it. I could have sworn it was like a tough fight. Or oh no, that's right, because they just stared at each other the whole time. That's right. Oh my god. It's all coming back to me now. That's right. That's right. I almost said they just stare at each other. That's the past tense of stare. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, well that kind of makes sense. Ebo versus Elicana threw a combined total of 3 strikes in a fight, all on the feet. That's terrible. That's just terrible. I'll probably still go Ebo. Yeah, I'm not totally gonna write him off at this point. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. By the way, we do have a Topology League. Go ahead and get yourself in the Topology League. Next year, we're switching it up. We're giving away $500 next year. If you guys want to get into that, basically how it's going to go is we're going to have a just Topology League. Anybody can join. You'll win $100 at the end of the year if you get the most pick. You win the most shows. But quarterly, for members only, and you have to be a member, right? The whole 4 months. Quarterly, we're going to give away $100 to the top member who gets the most event wins. Every quarter, $100, got to be a member. And I have a membership post for that Topology League. So make sure if you're a member of the channel to go join that members league. That's going to start next year, by the way. So anyway. Oh, yes. Yeah, you're right. That was Tricoli. I get those two mixed up. Anyway. All right. This is a sick fight right here. Edson Barboza versus Jalen Turner. This is a weird one to me. Edson Barboza clearly on the way out. He's had a rough go of it lately. Jalen Turner, though, speaking of rough goes, I mean, he took that loss to Dan Hooker? Yeah, he had a tough loss and then he retired. But he's back. So weird. I mean, MMA retirements are very fleeting. So yeah, old Jalen Turner's back. And I like Jalen Turner. He's a really fun fighter. Edson Barboza, 24-13. Goddamn, dude's a legend. He's won 2 fights out of his last 3, and shit, 3 years and 8 months ago was the Bryce Mitchell fight. God damn, how time flies. He is plus 220 as the dog. He is 39 years old, 5'11", and a 75-inch reach. Jalen Turner, I mean, look at this, man. I didn't even realize this, dude. Wow. He's won 1 fight out of his last 5. Damn, dude. Yeah. Had a tough fight with Gamrot. Had a tough fight with Hooker. Beat Bobby Green. Got knocked out by Moicano. And then, yes, that's right. Baja Mundes just 8 months ago. I believe this is kind of a club and sub. Heard him and then got the triangle on him. So, yeah, rough go of it lately for old Jalen Turner. They're kind of, I mean, I like the matchup, though, to get Jalen Turner back into things, right? Give him Edson. striker, older guy. I think this is guaranteed fireworks here at lightweight. Turner is minus 270 as the favorite, 30 years old, 6'3", and a 75.5-inch reach. So we look at Edson's losses. Remember he dropped down to featherweight for a while. Had the Jakar Close fight, and Close is a guy with heavy hands. Not the best cardio, but with heavy hands, and wasn't able to finish Edson. Lerone Murphy didn't finish him. That was a pretty fun fight. A lot of people gave Lerone shit for that, but he gets the decision win over Yusuf, and Billy Q. He actually KO'd him with a knee. And that was damn, that was 2.5 years ago now. Jeez. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I got Jalen Turner in this one. I think this is pretty easy. I understand that coming off the heels of his retirement, and obviously winning one fight out of his last 5 is crazy. But yeah, I got Jalen Turner. I'm fairly confident in that. I think he's very dangerous from all areas of the fight. I wouldn't say he's the best wrestler, but he's been fighting some pretty good ones. I think that Edson has definitely lost a step. If this is Edson of like 5 years ago, even I would have picked Edson. But yeah, I got Jalen Turner in this one. But Barbosa not the easiest guy to finish. And we'll see. We'll see how Turner looks in his return. I think the safer route here is to go Turner by decision. But you know what, man? I mean, Turner has delivered some very, very good knockouts. I think it's quite possible here, but I am going to go the safe route and go Turner by decision. I'm very confident in Jalen Turner as well. It's crazy to think that Edson might have been the tallest lightweight when he first started in the UFC. Jalen Turner is a new breed of fighter. That is a great point. I'm interested to see if Jalen has the heart for fighting back in his blood. It's tough, man. It's so tough. A lot of guys they want to retire from the fight game, but it's like, what else? What else am I gonna do? You know, like, and yeah, I don't really know the whole story behind his retirement. I hope he's doing all right, but I think this is a good fight to get him back into the swing of things. A guy that's gonna come to fight, want to strike. This is a sick fight. This is a really, really good fight. But yes, we will see if Jalen is fully in the right mental space for fighting at this point. Let's move on. Another tough fight. Vettori versus Bruno Ferreira. Now, Bruno Ferreira is kind of a glass cannon, but man, when he finishes dudes, he looks awesome. Dude's reckless, swinging away. Vettori, man, I mean, a guy that had a lot of hype. Well, I don't know about hype, but very high hopes at the middleweight division. Was one of the younger middleweights. Was on a good win streak. Beat some good names. But since then, I mean, I think the fans have really soured on Vettori. They think he's boring, and I don't even really disagree with them necessarily. He just hasn't really added much to his game, right? But still a very solid middleweight. So let's check out the tail of the tape here. Yeah, 19-8, 3-fight losing streak for Marvin Vettori, man. Won 1 out of his last 5 as well. 32 years old, still very young, man. 6 foot tall, 74-inch reach. Bruno Ferreira, 14-2, won 4 fights out of his last 5. And his last loss was to Abus Magomedov subbed him. The odds are basically even here. He's 33 years old, 5'10", and a 72-inch reach. So we take a look at the losing streak of Marvin Vettori. I mean, it's Brennan Allen, it's Roman Dolidze, it's Jared Cannonier, like top of the heap, right? And that win streak's 2.5 years ago. So Marvin Vettori hasn't been super active as of late. His last win was to Dolidze. And then he did take that L to Robert Whitaker, which at the time, I mean, felt like a bit of a step up, and it proved to be so. I was coming off the heels of that really fun Paulo Costa fight. But yeah, here he is, 3-fight losing streak. Man, this is a weird place for Marvin Vettori in his career, right? The issue with me for this fight is that I just think that Bruno Ferreira clearly isn't top of the heap. I mean, he's 33. I don't know how much more he could add to his game. But it is middleweight. You know, a couple wins in the higher weight classes changes everything for you, right? He had that late notice fight against McVeigh, who he subbed. He also subbed Petrosian, who again is just like dude was like basically a kickboxer, able to sub him. I think that this is this is classic Marvin Vettori, kind of slows the fight down. He's got more skills. I think he wins the decision here, much to the chagrin of a lot of fans. But Bruno Ferreira, he's super active, throws a lot of punches, dangerous on the ground. I think he's kind of a glass cannon. I don't see him being able to. I think this definitely goes to the decision, if nothing else. And I don't really see Bruno Ferreira being able to hang with Vettori at the end of the second, into the third round. So they're going to be a pretty close fight, and that's just kind of how Vettori fights have been going as of late. Also, dude's been in main events, right? So he's got that 5-round experience. I got Vettori here by decision. I'm not super tied to that. I think that the fight 100% goes to decision. If Bruno Ferreira was able to knock out Vettori on a 3-fight losing streak, I understand it'd be super impressive, though. So yeah, that's what I'm going. Bobby Green retired Jalen from the Shadow Realm. I'm interested to see who is your favorite skater in the UFC, Talbot or Jalen? I'm not answering that. No comment. Vettori is a lock here. Bruno just fought debutant, and Vettori just fought the top 10. Yes. I agree. I mean, I don't think Bruno Ferreira is necessarily that guy. I mean, he's fun. He's very fun, but I don't know if he's like a guy that I see as like a future top 10 mainstay. No comment on the skater question. No, I don't. I've never seen either of them skate. So what do you want me to say? What an awesome fight! The old lightweight prospect heat check. Nazim Sadikov versus Ferris. Yeah, this is such a cool fucking fight, man. This is gonna be a banger. You've got the tall, long, lanky kickboxer for SCM versus Nazim Sadikov. I believe I thought he was with Longo. He's done at Syndicate. Man, this is a cool fucking fight, dude. So let's kind of break this down. Nazim Sadikov is going to be a little faster. I think that for SCM, he's got those knees. He's got rangy kicks. He's got a nice jab. Nazim Sadikov, man, he does come with the pressure. You know what? I almost feel like we're gonna have to check out UFC stats for this one. Actually, not gonna lie, this is a cool fight, though, man. I love this fight. Let's check it out. We got quite a few fights to get through, but let's do this. Nazim Sadikov, 11-1-1 for SCM, 14-7. Look at their average fight time. So Nazim Sadikov is generally getting dudes out of there for SCM. If he does get guys out of there, it takes a little longer. 13-21. Only 2 inches different in height. I think that's a little off. Yeah, look at the reach, though. 69 inches for Nas and 75 for SCM. God damn. Southpaw versus Orthodox open stance fight. Okay, strikes landed per minute. Look at that. 5.5 for Nas. 2.85 for SCM. Jeez. Man, Nazim Sadikov is. But look at this, though. He's for SCM's got him on the defensive side. 1.62 absorbed, so that's basically half. And then Nazim Sadikov is actually absorbing more strikes than he's landing per minute. Never a good sign, right? When you see a fighter absorbing more strikes than they put out, that's a bad sign. Let's look on the takedown front. They're basically the same for SCM. Goes for just slightly higher takedowns, but Nas slightly more accurate, landing about half of his takedowns. And then the takedown defense is solid for both of them. Neither man really going for subs, but yeah, look at that. So that now we're armed with a little more information. We can kind of break down a little bit more. So Nazim Sadikov, look at this, man. Had a sick little 5-fight run as of late. Got that knockout over Evan Elder. He subbed Terrence McKinney. Had a weird fight with Borshov. Knocked out Bonfim and knocked out Mota in that fucking classic fight of the year, in my opinion, in Azerbaijan. That was a sick fight. And on the other side, for SCM, 5-fight win streak himself, beat Michael Figlak, Jai Herbert, decent fighter. Went to split with Poyes. That was a bad look, in my opinion. He did knock out Frivola with that head kick. And then he just went to decision with Mike Davis. If you remember, though, I believe Mike Davis claimed he was sick after the fight. So I don't know, man. For SCM has been very fun for me. He has had great moments. He's gonna be the much taller man in this fight. He is obviously absorbing half as many strikes as he lands, and then on the other side, you've got Nas just absorbing all the strikes. I think that his last fight kind of probably upped that stat a little bit for him. This is a tough one, man. I feel like if you're gonna go KO, maybe he goes Nas. Dude, I don't even know who to pick in this fight. This is so good. Ooh, can Fares CM keep Nazim Sadikov off of him? That's the real question here, right? We know that Fares CM has knocked out dudes like Frivola with head kicks, so that's on the table. I think Nas will actually be the guy more willing to grapple at times, personally. But I don't know. I think I have seen Fares CM have no, because I think that Claudio Poyas was able to take him down. Dude, this is a tough fight. This is a tough fight. I'm probably gonna go Nas. And I'm gonna go Nas by decision. I think he's got a little bit more momentum here. Um, once Aljo and Marab left, Sarah Longo most followed suit. Yeah, isn't that? Wonder why that was. That's it. That's interesting. I wonder what happened there. But yeah, man, this is a really awesome fight at lightweight. I think either man could win. They're both on sick winning streaks too. This is the kind of matchmaking we want to see in the UFC. I'm super stoked to watch this fight. I'll go Nas again. He's got a little more momentum. Coming off of that really fun fight. It was kind of a tough fight though, and it was less than 6 months ago. Hopefully he's fully recovered. I'm pretty sure he is. I don't know, man. Either man has a really good case to win this fight. I think it's going to be a banger. I think it's going to be a high pace fight. Super fun. We do head into kind of a different fight. Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. From all accounts, Macy Barber is actually suffering from seizure disorder and kind of had to fudge some things with medically to fight again. I don't really know. I like Macy Barber a lot. She's very skilled on the ground. One of the few women in the game who actually like lands decent ground and pound when she does fight, right? Karine Silva, solid everywhere. Don't confuse her with Natty and Natalia Silva, different fighter, way better. I don't think that Karine Silva is as good as her, but she is ranked. So yeah, man, I feel like this is gonna be a grapple heavy fight, right? I think Macy Barber is just gonna try to shoot for takedowns and control Karine Silva, which she just might do. I mean, she's very adept at wrestling. But again, I don't know. This is weird to me, man. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight gets called off at some point. So this is kind of something to watch out for. It was just Longo is in his 70s in New York. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't have high hopes for Macy Barber. Remember she pulled out of her last fight against Blanchfield just before the walkouts were supposed to happen. I'm going Karine Silva here. She's the one more medically healthy, probably in a better mental state. Who knows? Macy Barber could pull it off. I think it'd be very impressive. But I think that the days of seeing Macy Barber in the UFC are over. Are numbered. Sorry. And I just hope that she can be healthy. I think she's a great fighter, and would hate to see any condition that she may or may not be having. That is just a rumor, by the way. Worsen, right? So yeah, I'm going Karine Silva by decision. I think again, just going purely off of the rumors and the potential mental battle that Macy Barber and physical too has been going through. So she hasn't fought in 21 months. God damn, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't even know if this fight will happen, honestly. Yeah, I'm going Karine Silva. Just yeah, I don't even think I need to spend too much time on that. Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. Another sick fight at lightweight. Now, you might be saying, well, combat casual, Terrence McKinney, he sucks. He's absolutely terrible. Why are you even spending time breaking a fight like this down? Chris Duncan just came off, dude, he came off of this fight with Rebecca, man. Let me tell you, man, that fight with Rebecca, holy crap. I personally believe that a fight like that changes a fighter. The war those guys were in was just something else, man. They both took a lot of damage in that fight. I don't think that that's going to sway me in picking Chris Duncan here. But dude, seriously, like that's you never want to take that much damage in a fight. And Chris Duncan and Rebecca took a lot of damage in their last fight. So I mean that was just 3 months ago. So kind of something to consider, if you ask me. We know that Terrence McKinney is he starts very fast. Most of his knockouts come in the first round, but he also gets knocked out in the first round. So I think this fight ends in the first round. I'd be shocked if this went to decision. The question is how does Chris Duncan do it? I mean, knockout probably. I think he does have some submissions on his record. Let me see in his last 5 fights. Yes, he sub Vucenic and Oki, but he lost via sub to Manuel Torres. Rebecca is too strong of a wrestler to really get subbed. Um, hey, look at this though, man. Look at this. Look at Terrence McKinney winning 4 out of his last 5 fights. When did that happen? He knocked out Breeden. He knocked out Brendan Marotte. Vicious knockout loss to Esteban Ribovic, but he beat Damir Hadzovic and he subbed Vyacheslav Borshov. So I don't know, man. I mean, Terrence McKinney looking good. He's looking good as of his last 5 fights, right? A year and a half ago was the last time he got knocked out viciously. I think he's overdue for another vicious knockout. Fuck, dude. Listen, I like Terrence McKinney. Shout out to Mr. C in the chat. He's there's Terrence McKinney from Spokane, Washington, not too far from me. Gotta try to support our guy, Terrence McKinney. I'm not a Washington guy, but hey, it's close enough. I don't know, man. I don't have high hopes for McKinney. Though he's on a damn good run as of late, right? Fucking winning 4 out of his last 5. When did that happen? The Esteban Ribovic KO though, man, is so vicious, dude. Oh my gosh. Man, this is crazy, man. I think this fight ends in the first round. I'm gonna go Chris Duncan. He's definitely, I think, got less damage, but I don't know, dude. That last fight he had against Rebecca, that's the kind of fight that takes years off of your career, man. So we'll see when the bill is due for that damage that he took in that fight. I don't think it'll be this time. But yeah, I am gonna go Duncan via first round KO. What is up, Paulo? Good to see you, man. We're just doing a little pick show. I don't know why. It's like my least viewed content that I put out, but I feel like I should go live for a pick. So it's good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. Another sick. There's a lot of really good lightweight fights on this card, man. Grant Dawson, 23-2-1. He's won 4 out of his last 5. Minus 210 is the favorite. 31 years old, 5'10", 72-inch reach. Manuel Torres won 4 out of his last 5 fights. He's 16-3. Plus 170 as the dog, 30 years old, 5'10", and a 73.5-inch reach. This is a fun fight. I mean, to me, classic striker versus grappler, but Manuel Torres does have skills on the ground. Grant Dawson, man, he was looking like that dude. People were calling him boring. He talked a lot of trash before the Bobby Green fight, and then he got caught by Bobby Green. And people kind of wrote him off after that. So since then, he bounced back against Selecki. Rafa Garcia, he KO'd pretty quickly, too. And then he beat Carlos Diego Ferreira, who is a great fighter. That was 10 months ago. On the other side for Torres, his last fight was a knockout win over Dober. He got knocked out by Bahamundes. And then he subbed Chris Duncan, knocked out Nicholas Mota, and then knocked out Frank Camacho. Dude, honestly, this is a solid, underrated run. Only losing to Bahamundes, who is a killer. Man, I don't know. This is tough, man. I feel like Grant Dawson definitely got slow rolled a little bit more since that loss to Bobby Green. That was kind of his like chance to break into the rankings and get really, good name fighters. Manuel Torres, man, is just fucking must see TV. The dude's so fun. I don't see Grant Dawson trying to have a striking match with Manuel Torres. The danger lies if Manuel Torres is able to stuff the takedown attempts of Grant Dawson. Let me actually check on some stats here. Man, look at this, dude. Look at this. We're talking about Nazim Sadikov landing 5.5 strikes per minute. That's very high. Look at Manuel Torres, 7.8, almost landing 8 strikes per minute and absorbing half. That's insane. That is insane. Dude, this guy's volume is nuts on another level. In a 60% accuracy. That's crazy. Let's look at his takedown defense, 88%.
It looks like Grant Dawson shooting for about 4 takedowns on average for 15 minutes with a 40% accuracy. Going for 1 submission each per 15 minutes is both men. Dude. Dude, this is man, this might be a dangerous fight for old Grant. This might be a dangerous fight for him, man. I don't think that again, I don't think that Grant's gonna want to have a striking battle with man, look at that output. Almost eight strikes landed per minute. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. But okay, but here's the real question. Has Torres fought as strong of grappler as Grant Dawson? I don't think he has. I don't think he has. Yeah, Drew Dope, mostly in stand-up fights, right? Ugh, man, this is tough. I think that Manuel Torres does have a case to win this fight. We'll see. We'll find out pretty quick if he's able to stuff the takedowns. Um, we've already seen Grant Dawson get KO'd, right? But to the old crafty vet Bobby Green, that was a really quick KO. You could see maybe Torres doing it like that, or eventually wearing him down. I think that if Torres was to get a KO, it'd be like early, or he'd wear Dawson down, right? It'd be like late in the second, early in the third. So honestly, I could see the fight going just about anyway. I don't think that Dawson subs Torres, but I am probably going to lean on Dawson by decision, though I'm not super confident in that, honestly. What are you guys saying? Dawson has good BJJ sensei. Pahumpa. There you go. There you go. Grant is a lock. You think so? In my opinion, Dawson will win this fight by decision. Okay, got you. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. But man, Manuel Torres, dude, 8 strikes per minute is a lot. So we'll see. All right, this is another tough fight for me, man. Blachowicz versus Guskov. Man, you've got obviously Guskov, super powerful dude, wrecking ball versus Blachowicz, the vet. I mean, the dude's what, 42 now? Yeah, jeez. I mean, look at Blahovich's last 5 fights though. Like 3 losses, a draw, and a win. That's weird. Super weird. But in those losses, obviously got subbed by Glover 4 years ago. Knocked out Rakic. Went to split with Ankalaev. That was for the belt. Went to split with Pereira, and then took Olberg to a decision. So, what can you say about Blachowicz, man? Obviously not in his prime, but definitely has it. I mean, the last time we saw him was 8 months ago. So, it's a tough fight, though, man. I don't. You got Guskov on a 4-fight winning streak, and he's knocked out Krylov, subbed Elikana, knocked out Span, and then knocked out Pauga. This is definitely when he got subbed by Ozdemir, right. So I think it is time for another step up for Guskov. I don't know, man. Like, okay. I feel like Guskov's only way to win this fight is to catch Blachowicz, right? I don't see that happening. I don't see Guskov just chinning Blachowicz. It could happen, but I don't know. And then for Blachowicz, like I feel like his output is just so low. It's like, okay, what's he gonna out volume Guskov to get the decision win? Maybe Guskov wins the decision. I think the fight goes the distance. I think Blachowicz has enough crafty vet tricks to win a round. This is a weird fight, dude. I like it's a weird fight for me to see in my head, like how it goes, I might have to go. I might have to go Guskov here. I feel like Blachowicz, but see, the thing about Blachowicz is he's still very, very powerful when he does strike. I think the game plan is pretty clear at this point on how to beat him, but he's just not very active in fights anymore, right? So I think I gotta go Guskov by decision. What the fuck? That's weird. Before this card, I was talking to my friend on the phone. I was like, "Oh, Blachowicz decision," but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Guskov decision. I don't even know. This is a weird fight. It is a good fight though for Guskov and Blachowicz. Subsequently, I mean, ranked light heavyweights fighting each other should be pretty fun. I don't know. Light heavyweights hit or miss, dude. He does have a nasty leg kick. That's true. Guskov by passing of the torch. I could see an early KO or Splitty City decision. I think I'm with you on that one. The Splitty City. Guskov has a partner in the gym, Walter Walker. He has good BJJ. Okay. I didn't know that they were training partners. There you go. Yeah, he does have that nasty leg kick. Could take out a wheel of Guskov at some point in the fight, right? I don't know, man. I'm gonna probably go. I'm gonna go Guskov decision, but I don't know, man. Blachowicz could pull it out. Who knows? All right. So here we go. We kind of get into these next three fights, which I think are all very similar. Co-main event: Pantoja Van, um, Tyra Moreno, and then Cejudo Talbot. And that you've kind of got like the young prospect getting their shot. Obviously for Van, it's very different. He's getting a shot at the title, very deserved, by the way. But you've got Talbot and Tyra taking on like mainstays of the division. Um, and Tyra mostly like taking on a guy closer to his prime, but Talbot taking on an older Henry Cejudo. This is a strange fight, strange matchmaking. I do like the fight, and I do understand where the UFC is going. Like, hey, here's a guy we want to push. We really want Talbot to get a really good win on his resume. Let's give him Henry Cejudo. He's still young enough to where if he takes the L to Henry, it's not going to affect him too much. And then for Henry, it's like he's had a weird go of it as of late, right? Losing 3 fights in a row. Those would be to Aljo, for the title, Marab, and then Song Yadong, which he actually wasn't doing terrible in, right? Man, so these next 3 fights, we posed the question on the preview show, that I did with my friend Phil from CST. Shout out to Phil. We're like, who's got the better chance to win here out of Talbot, Tyra, and Van? And I was like thinking maybe Van, but I think it's Tyra. So I don't know, man. Like Peyton Talbot doesn't really have much that tells me like he's gonna beat Henry Cejudo. But you never really know till you know, right? That's why they make the fights. So when a prospect is looking okay, when a prospect's looking good, they give them that step up fight. Oftentimes that's their time to perform their best, right? But I gotta go Cejudo here. I gotta go Cejudo by decision. I don't really see where Peyton Talbot's gonna just like dominate Cejudo. Even in the striking, Cejudo is extremely fast with his like karate stance style. His punches are extremely quick. He throws them kind of to set up his takedowns, but he's very, very fast on the feet. Obviously, he's gonna be at a reach disadvantage, a big one. Looking at the reach here, it's a 70-inch reach to a 67.5, and a 6-inch fucking height advantage difference. Jeez. 10 years. I mean, generally if you guys don't know, there's a stat that says like if there's I think it's like if somebody is fighting someone 10 years younger than him, 60%, I think it's like 60% of the time the younger guy wins, right? But I'm going with the 40% club here. I'm going Ender Cejudo by decision. I think he controls the fight, and then we obviously did see Talbot lose that Ione Barcelos fight. So he kind of got pieced up by Song. Talbot is massive, but his wrestling defense ain't great. Sure. Cejudo is better than Talbot yet. Is easy win for Cejudo. Only have a game plan. Like, Ione Barcelos. That's smart. Yeah, not to mention he's just got a good team behind him. So I gotta go Henry here. I don't know, man. I don't really see a path to victory for Talbot. Just not getting taken down, I guess, is his game plan. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, and so we're gonna kind of keep talking about that. You've got Tyra versus Moreno, 31 against 25. And then you've got basically this one's even money. I don't really see how Tyra's gonna beat Moreno. Like maybe he can control him. I have seen Moreno kind of be a little too patient in recent fights, so maybe he's not active enough on the feet. Tyra gets him down, but I don't know, man. Like Moreno's super scrambly, right? I don't see Tyra just holding him down, and I don't think Tyra can hang with him on the feet. Same thing in this fight. It's like I don't know. Like I want Tyra to be something, in this division, but against Moreno, like you get to the top of the division, and it's like, fuck, dude, there's some killers up at the top of flyweight. So trying to set up like potential next title contender with this fight. I understand the logic. If Tyra can finish Moreno, that's his chance, right? So it's kind of do or die right now for Tyra. But we've already seen him lose to Royval, and I think that Royval and Moreno are very similar in their approach to fighting. It was a split decision, was a close fight. Maybe Tyra's improving. I gotta go Moreno here. I mean, he's just so much better on the feet. I don't see Tyra subbing Moreno. Like that would be super impressive. Can you imagine if Tyra just put it on Moreno and subbed him? I don't see it happening, man. I gotta go Moreno. I gotta go Moreno by decision, possible like TKO at some point, but yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go Brandon Moreno here. It is a really fun fight though. And then for the title, you've got Joshua Van versus Pantoja again. I think the main card fights are pretty easy, but Joshua Van, man, he took that loss to CJ, and then he just hustled. He hustled, dude. He got that win over Chires, Durden, Ray Saruya, Bruno Silva, and then Roy Val. And that was just 4 months ago. So, dude's been like totally active. Shout out to Joshua Van. He hustled to get this title shot. He's been super, super active, and we'll kind of talk about in the main event. Does that kind of, hurt his chances to win? I really don't think so. I think he's young enough to where the time is now, right? For me though, Mr. Alex Pantoja, dude is just an animal. He's a zombie. He walks forward. He just folds up dudes. I mean, he's super impressive, man. I really, really like Mr. Pants, and people don't like Pantoja. I don't understand. I think he's super, super fun. The question is okay, look, I'm gonna pick Pantoja in this fight. I can honestly see him doing what he did to Kai Kara France and just wearing him down, eventually getting that sub. I probably will go Pants by decision, but then again, like the longer the fight goes on, does Joshua Van clip him? I mean, that's very possible. Van has a lot of power at 125, so that is definitely a possibility in this fight. And then I was also posing the question of like, okay, Pantoja comes forward so much. Does that play into Joshua Van's like chances of knocking him out? Because usually when Van knocks someone out, he's on the front foot, right? I don't see like a scenario where Van's on the front foot just walking Pantoja down. Like that would surprise me. I think Pantoja's too good everywhere. I think he's too damn good everywhere. I don't think he gets like beat up on the feet by Van. I mean, who knows? I mean, Van is extremely fast. I think the Pantoja's got really good leg kicks. His hands are good. They're not as good as Van's, but I'm probably gonna go Pants by sub in the third. No, I'm gonna stick to decision. I think that you see a just worn down Van. By the end of the third, it's very clear Pantoja's up on the cards. Everyone's mad because Pantoja's winning again. I mean, come on, you got to give this guy some credit, man. You got to give this dude some credit. When are they going to give this guy some respect? I don't know. Hopefully after this one, but you know that the fans are just going to be pissy because fucking here comes Pants getting a decision win again, right? Let's see. Yo, what is up, Tyler? We're just about to wrap the show up, but thanks for joining, man. I know Tyra is very good. He stayed in my gym for 2 months. Nice. That's awesome. I've been talking to too many girls. I haven't been able to be in the dude, that's a way better thing than hanging out in the stream, man. Go talk to girls, man. Van is gonna dominate. No bias. Really interesting. I want Van to win. I feel Pantoja is gonna win. Me too. Are you coming down this week? No, I'm not. I have too much work this week, man. I got too much work. I totally wanted to come to 323 for this card, but I got too much money to make, brother. You know how it goes. I might be coming down the week after. I'll give you a call, man. But yeah, I got to go Pantoja. I think that the fans are going to be even more pissed after Pantoja wears down Van. But I don't know, man. I mean, we could see Van kind of step up. Again, I think that these first three these three fights here are very similar. You have a really young fighter going up against an established veteran. I don't know, man. It's kind of tough to pick. Van might have the best chance to win out of all of them, but I think it might actually be Tyra. So we're gonna wrap the show up here after this next one. Marab versus Petr Yan. I mean, what do you want? What do you want? Like, it's like we've already seen this fight. Marab held Petr Yan up against the cage, just dominated. Petr Yan didn't have any moments in the fight. I want Petr Yan to win so much. I really like Petr Yan. Marab's too good. He's just too goddamn good. Does he get the sub though this time? Who knows? He's been very active. Does that hurt his chances to win? You know, he's his 4th fight in a year. And I don't know, man. It's Marab. The Marab decision. What do you want? What do you want from me? What more analysis could you possibly want from me? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dane. Van by sub and complete dominate. What? An embarrassment of Pantoja. What? I'm not biased towards Joshua Van at all. Okay, fair enough. What are you? You're like a Super Luck fan. You're as much of a Van fan as I am a Super Luck fan. Yan by 50-35. God damn. Marab by TKO. You think he gets the TKO? I think he gets the decision win. I think Yan is very, very good. But just not good enough to beat Marab. I mean, I really hope he does, but what do you want? What do you want? I think he's the easiest fight to pick on the whole card. We've already seen this happen. So, you never know. You never know. MMA is crazy. Shit, the way that I'm predicting this main card to go, this card's going to suck. You know, so maybe, listen, you're always wrong about something. You're never, sweeping a card. So hopefully I'm wrong about some of these and the fights are actually good. But there you go, guys. Those are my picks. Coming out with videos. We've been coming out with videos. We're kind of turning the channel in that direction. It's been a while since I've done a preview show. So go check out the videos. Let me know. Apparently my audio is all over the place. I got to fix that. I'm gonna try to get that fixed for you. I got some more videos coming out soon. See the time to work on. This is a very busy week for me. We already came out with a video yesterday on Rodtang, so check that out if you haven't yet. A lot of live streams this weekend. I'm gonna start setting those up tonight. I might not get to it, but yeah, we'll get them all set up so you guys can figure out what time and what I'm covering this week. So that's gonna be it for me. I hope you guys all have a really, really good night. And yeah, we'll see you for the card. Maybe you'll be in the fight companion. So, Fraud Tang, congratulations. Hey, thanks, Paulo. Thanks a lot, my friend. You're hurting the algorithm by not doing a gaming stream today. That's all right. When is the MMA cake tier list vid coming? So I think that this guy Useless, you should check him out. I'll link his channel. Hold on. This guy Useless, I believe he does streams like that. I don't do streams like that. Everything's very serious over here. All right, no fun allowed. Oh, let me see. This guy right here. This guy does streams like that. Go check this guy out, man. He's a cool dude. Super nice guy. You hate Hank the Tank? I don't give a fuck if the decision's rigged! I understand, Paulo. I understand, buddy. You're already subbed? Cool. Yeah, he's a super nice guy. He does videos like that sometimes. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, should we just keep grinding away on videos? Should we bring back the live chat? I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's all kind of spur of the moment around here. So we've been doing gaming streams, making videos. So we'll see what happens, man. Anyway, I really appreciate all you guys for joining.
My talent, Idaho. I loved you. You spat in my face.
Anyway, we're gonna end the stream, guys. We'll see you guys here in a little bit. Be sure to check the channel out in the next couple of days for maybe a new video, or check out the live section, see what I'm streaming and when. Hopefully we're gonna take Friday off and we'll be streaming basically all day Friday. Hopefully. We'll see though. If not, you'll get BKFC and Karate Combat from me on Friday night. So anyway, guys, I'm out. Everyone have a really good night, and we're going to wrap it up.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Man, you want some too? You better wrap it up.